Hey guys, so I'm going to take this political compass test to kind of just explain my political beliefs without having to go through it. You should definitely take this test. It helps you, figure out where you are politically. Anyway, to hurry things up, because the last couple times I tried to do this, I ran out of time. I'm just going to get down to it and not really talk that much. But I will read it. If economic globalism is inevitable, it should primarily serve humans rather than trade in corporations. I guess I agree with that. I'd always support my country whether it was right or wrong. Well, if it was wrong, I guess like slavery and stuff, I probably disagree with it. No one chooses his or her own country birth. Foolish. I'm kind of proud of my country, so... our race has many superior qualities compared to other races. I disagree with that. Except we tan, I guess. That's an advantage. And the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I disagree. Though tanning's not that great. I mean, I just end up burning. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. I agree. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I agree. What's the next question? People are ultimately divided more by their class than... yeah. Control inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. I disagree. I'm unemployed, so... Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, I agree. They should probably, have to follow some regulations. For each, according to their own. Is that a fundamentally good idea? That's a tough one. I think that the concept, the meaning behind it, I think it's one of those things where it always gets done wrong. If a sad reflection of our society, kind of feels like democracy right now, man. Of our each according their own. It's a sad and basically the bottled water thing. Is it good or bad? I think it's kind of a bad thing. I don't like paying for water. Plus, it never tastes as good as you think it will. Land shouldn't be owned. I disagree with that. I think we should be able to own our own land. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes have been made by basically manipulating money. I agree with that. They should probably do something. Protection is sometimes necessary for trade. I agree with that. What's next? The only social responsibility a corporation has to, anybody is to its shareholders. It's factually true, but I think that that's probably not the best thing for it to do. The rich are too highly taxed. Factually, I know that they're undertaxed in comparison to the past in our own nation and compared to other nations. Those with the ability to pay should have the ability to get more medicine. I disagree with that. Government should penalize business that misleads the public. Probably. A general free market requires restrictions on monopolies and stuff. I agree with that. The freer the market, the freer the people. I think the more democratic, the better. Abortion when a woman is life isn't threatened should always be legal. I guess I disagree with that statement. All authorities should be questioned. I agree with that. An eye for an eye, for tooth. I disagree. Too much Christian ethics here. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up stuff. And when I went to Italy, it was amazing. That's how they survive on art, I guess. Should schools not make classrooms attendance compulsory? I think students should have that responsibility to come up with that decision. All people have the right But it's better if they hang out with other people. I disagree with that. I think it's better if we mix. Good parents sometimes have to spank their kids. I think good parents don't, but then I probably spank my kids, so. But I don't have any kids. Possession of marijuana for, I bet you 2 of you are like, thank God. Persons, you should be criminal offense. Should not be. I agree with that statement. Possession, oh wait. Click the wrong one. Okay. What's the next? If the prime function of schools should be to equip the for the job, I disagree. I think it's to learn, learn how to think. People with serious inherent disability should be stopped from mating. Disagree. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Disagree. I think once again it's to learn, but could be all that schooling talking, all that pointless schooling. There are no savage people. There are just, people, different cultures. I disagree. Well, no, I agree. What am I saying? I agree with that. I guess it's just kind of how you look at it. Those who are able to work and refuse to shouldn't get stuff. I disagree. Because I think that's just a way of, well, I mean, that's tougher. When you are troubled, it's better just to hum a happy song and get cheerful. I disagree. I think that you should probably figure out a way to fucking make it better. First-time immigrants are never going to be citizens. I disagree with that. Schwarzenegger fucking is a governor. Well, was. And he had like 8 mistresses or something. I don't know. What good for the most successful corporations is always good for us? Disagree. I think the banks are kind of an example. No broadcast institution, however independent, should receive money. I disagree with that. I think that, more news, government or not, is the better. Our civilian liberties are being excessively curbed by terrorism. I agree with that. A significant advantage of one-party state is that they prevent arguments. That's factually true, I guess, but I mean, they just argue behind the scenes. Although the election age makes official service easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. I disagree with that. I think we should all kind of be worried about that. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious. Disagree, because it could become a slippery slope. I don't want to have the concept that it's okay for the government to kill people. Oftentimes they kill the wrong people. In a civilian society, internationally wise, one must always have people above to obey and people below to command. Democracy is supposed to not do that. So no, I disagree. Abstract art doesn't represent anything that should be considered art at all. I agree with that. But I think that just is me being an ass. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehab. I think getting the fuckers out of prison is probably the best thing, because I don't want to pay to keep them in there if we can get them out without them being major threats. It is a waste of time to try to rehabilitate criminals. I disagree. I know criminals that have been rehabilitated. Or I think, the business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. That's a tough one. I think I disagree with that. I think that they're more essential, but important's a different word. And mothers may have careers, but the first duty is to be homemaker. I disagree with that. I think it's important to raise kids, but I think that cuts me out of it. I think it cuts men out of it. Mutual companies are unethical, exploited plant genetics to resource. Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's kind of true. That leads to we should, we should probably not do as much as that. Anyway, making peace with the established is an important aspect of maturity. I know a lot of adults, like old adults, that smash things, to put it simply. Astrology, I disagree. I don't think astrology plays that much of a role. You cannot be moral without being religious. I think that that's for God to decide. Charity is better than Social Security. Well, Social Security, charity, I think, is better for the people in general who are doing it. But I think that I think Social Security reaches more people, and it does stuff that, charity just can't, or, doesn't. Some people are naturally unlucky. I hope not, but that's probably true. It is important that my children should instill religious values. I agree with that. Sex outside of marriage is usually immoral. I strongly disagree. Sex is good. A same-sex couple in a stable house should be able to have a child, adopt. Yeah, sure. Pornographic depictions, consent adults should be illegal for adults population. I agree. Porn, I think that's just a statement that's true. What goes on in a private bedroom between adults is their own business and not the business. Yeah, I agree with that. No one can feel naturally homosexual. I don't personally know, but I think that I disagree with that. Because goats sometimes are gay. Boy, that's not very... I should make a better explanation than that. These days, openness about sex has gone too far. I disagree. Okay. Let's see the results. Okay. So, where the fuck am I? There I am. Yes? You see? I am down here. Now that is the down and up. Authorities on top. Down on the bottom is libertarian. Then left, well, left economically, and right economically is there. So it's kind of a four sectional graph. Here's the easy way of putting it. Stalin would be in this. Where the fuck is my thing? Would be in this little square because he is authoritarian and he's a leftist. You see? But Hitler would be over here because he's on the kind of more the right, almost center actually, and he's, once again more authoritarian. Friedman would be down way over here. Gandhi is, I guess, above me in comparison to authoritarian aspects. So yeah. So, if you're looking for me on the political spectrum, I am here. So, yeah, one step from the left. So definitely do this. I'd like to see a couple results. It took less than 15 minutes. I'm just killing time at this point. It's pretty easy. They can show you different politicians that you line up with. Here's kind of a bigger list. I guess I'm closer to the Dalai Lama or Nelson Mandela than any of these people. What's weird is look where Pope Benedict is. He's a lefty. That's kind of weird, but okay. What's really weird about this is in comparison to the rest of the world, which this is, politics in America is like basically between George Bush and who's this guy? Stephen Harper. Like that would be the ultimate lefty Democrat. Is kind of like here, except for like Nader or something. There's someplace else, but this is kind of where American politics is. I don't know if I don't have time. Anyway, have a great day. Subscribe, comment, rate, do this test. It's fun. Bye.